The world population is aging and increasing in size, accelerating the number of people diagnosed with and dying of cancer every day. Cancer is a growing problem in developing countries. Governments, be it local, states, national, or even a union of nations, have clear roles in the control of cancer. This is the reason nations across the world commemorate World Cancer Day every 4th of February annually, to create awareness on the deadly disease that has and still claiming millions of lives. In Nigeria, Education, Social and Health Mission, MESH, every year joins in the commemoration of this all-important day through the adoption of the strategy of commemoration of World Hijab Day on 1st of February and World Cancer Day on 4th of February every year.
Of a patient with cervical cancer.
Over the years, MESH has been encouraging individuals to adopt healthy behaviors, at the same time supporting governments through education and support programs.
The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs realized that the Muslim Ummah in particular in Nigeria and the generality of the Nigerian citizens are faced with a number of challenges around education, social problems, and health challenges. They are living in their conditions. Many families find it difficult to send their children to schools, and then a number of people cannot, actually address their health challenges, or when they go to the hospitals, the simple, money needed to buy medicine may not be available to many families. You find that an ailment that is not so severe, but would be left to grow severe because of inability to afford what can be, given in order to treat it. And there are a lot of social crises in the society. Broken homes, many families in crisis, poverty that has become so endemic. Now it is because of all these problems, and in order to address it, that the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs founded this organization, Mission for Education, Social and Health. The work on the part of mercy and compassion is the fundamental and cardinal teaching of the Prophet ﷺ, and the scholars would only be abiding by the teachings of the Prophet ﷺ and complying with his injunctions when we stand up, or when they stand up to invite people to come and support cancer victims or patients, to give all sorts of help that would be needed for the purposes of addressing cancer and all other diseases in the society.
The Close the Care Gap campaign is to get everybody involved in closing the cancer care gap. What we mean by involved is let everybody come together. The cancer, let it be universal. Where you come from, your gender, your age, your religion should not determine the treatment you get.
When we look at the cancer cells, we see that they are dividing, multiply. When I say division, it means that they are multiplying and growing in a very disorderly manner, in a very chaotic manner. The easiest way to understand the cell has a structure that we call the nucleus generally, the cell membrane, and what we call the cytoplasm. The beginning of cancer lies in this part called the nucleus. That is the middle part there. So this middle part is the nucleus. It contains something we call the nucleolus.
MESH is working to create a platform to improve access to cancer screening, sensitization, awareness creation, and blood drive to support cancer patients.
Jargons, but it is important for you to know that the commonest cancer globally are breast cancer, then lung cancer, then prostate cancer, in that order, globally. In the female population, it is breast cancer that is first, then followed by colorectal cancer, that's the cancer that affects the intestines, followed by lung cancer. While in the male population, lung cancer is the commonest globally, followed by prostate cancer and colorectal cancer.
So the key is early detection. Okay, once you practice early detection, that is regular checkup, then you are likely to prevent cancer.
The other leading cause of cancer death now is liver cancer. It's also common, and the most common predisposing factor to that is hepatitis B, which is also common. So people should be aware that they can do hepatitis B screening.
The role of religious leaders and other key players in the reduction of all forms of cancer, experts say, is key.
1/3 of most cancers are preventable, another 1/3 mostly treatable when detected early. So it means that 2/3 of most cancers are either preventable or treatable early. So it means that we need to educate the populace. Nigeria is a country that has a very high rate of illiteracy rate is very high. We have very high rate of poverty. So education is very important. A recent case in point is the human papillomavirus vaccine introduction and the various myths and misconceptions that are out there. Human papillomavirus vaccine is almost 100% the causative agent for cervical cancer, we all know. And we now have a vaccine that is targeted to prevent our young girls from contracting cervical cancer in the future. And this is where the role of the religious leaders will be very crucial, so that people will accept these vaccines, so that our young girls and boys will be properly immunized and vaccinated against this.
The first thing the religious leaders should do is that since we have a good network of 5 daily prayers, we have Friday Juma, we have gathering twice in a year, we have bigger gathering of Hajj, a very robust and well-knitted network of awareness creation should be established in every single community of the Muslims.
Every Friday, you are well aware that it's a day that Muslims hold dear, and they always come out en masse, to perform that sacred religious duty. So that gives us opportunity to pass the message to almost everybody. Okay, in a family of 5, if 2 attend the Juma prayer, at least going back home with the message will quickly spread to other people. We've been doing this time and time again. We've seen some people come with malaria eradication program. We partner with them and we sensitize our people. During the time of the COVID-19 test, we partner with some organization and we make sure everybody take the COVID-19 vaccine. So it's very easy for us to pass the message from the pulpit as quickly as possible, that people embrace it and then they key into the cancer program.
I'm standing before you to say my cancer journey from diagnosis to treatment.
MESH is dedicating this video to architect Usman Aruna Ugu, the late former Director of Administration of the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, and all others who died of cancer.
Excruciating pain anyone here can imagine. I went through serious stomach pain before I was diagnosed of intestinal obstruction, and the need arose for me to go through surgery. At this one, I do not pray to go through it another time.
Closing the care gap with emphasis on all stakeholders to play their role in ensuring the creation of adequate information about cancer, dispel myths, and encourage healthy lifestyle, including regular exercise and uptake of cancer-preventing vaccines such as HPV vaccine, regular health screening, and acceptance of treatment is the focus of this year's celebration.